Hi everyone, I made a free open source tool together with ChatGPT that lets you chop MIDI files into clean scenes and loops. With this tool you can split any MIDI file into equal parts based on bars, adjust offsets, even half bars, preview the result directly with sound, select which instrument or channel you want to keep, like drums, synths or keys, and finally export all scenes as individual MIDI files. It's perfect for producers, beatmakers, and anyone working with MIDI. The interface is simple, with a dark theme and language switch between English and German. And since it's open source, you can download it for free, use it, or even improve it yourself. Mind you, the language translation is a little broken, but you'll understand what it does anyway. You'll find the GitHub link in the description. Have fun chopping your MIDI.
Now let's get started.
First, you might want to download a MIDI file. Some are pretty long, and if you use a DAW like Serato Studio, you can't import the full MIDI, only specific lengths. Here I am in Serato Studio, trying to add the MIDI I just downloaded. No matter what I do, I can only use the first 8 bars. So, with the help of ChatGPT and Thonny, I developed a little tool that lets you chop MIDI, set bar lengths, change instruments, and more. You can also adjust the volume and preview the sounds. As you see, you can change the value of the scenes. The lower the number, the shorter the scenes. For Serato Studio, it's standardized at 8 bars, so I'll leave it like that. Now, if you listen to it or know the MIDI, there's a break before it really starts, so I added a system for offsets. It changes the offset for every scene. As you can see, a higher offset means a more delayed start. For this MIDI, an offset of 1.0 fits perfectly. It also affects the other scenes. Now you can change instruments or select the specific one used in the MIDI. This file has many instruments: synths, leads, pianos, drums, strings, and more. You can hear the difference. For this track, I want the piano. You can export different scenes with different instruments if you like a lead on scene 4 and drums on scene 5. But for Serato, this isn't necessary right now. If you want a specific instrument for all scenes, make sure to set it individually on each. Otherwise, only the scene's instrument will apply. For now, I'll just pick the piano. As you can hear, every scene now only has the piano. Next, we'll select the folder to save the chopped MIDIs and name the file however we want. I'll name it AscoreTest Subscribe, because why not? As you'll see, the files will be named and organized according to the scenes. Here's scene 1, scene 2, 3, and so on. Remember, we're only exporting the specific instrument, in this case the piano, so some scenes are empty. Now, let's see what happens with a MIDI that uses multiple instruments, but you only export one in your DAW. I'm not sure how FL, Ableton or others handle it, but in Serato it doesn't always work perfectly. Some scenes have normal keys, some are empty, and some sound wrong. As you can hear, the patterns get jumbled sometimes. Using a drum as a string is weird for the DAW, but anyway. So now, I'm using a different MIDI that only has one instrument, a piano. This means we can export all instruments since it's just one. Let's save it and try again. As you can hear, it's meant for the piano, so it doesn't matter if you use it for only one plugin or instrument. If you like this little tool and find it useful, especially if your DAW doesn't allow full MIDI imports like mine, check the link in the description and get it for free from my GitHub. The script is also available, so you can do whatever you want with it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. I'm out. See you next time.